the chair. You are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, so feel the beat from the tambourine, oh yeah. And you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, so feel the beat from the tambourine, oh yeah. And you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. I'm digging the dancing queen. I'm digging the dancing queen.
Thanks so much, guys. Congratulations to everyone graduating today. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Welcome to this James Cook University Graduation Ceremony. Please ensure that all electronic devices are switched off. Graduates, you are reminded that protocol requires that you take off your mortarboard bonnet for the national anthem. Would the Assembly please stand for the entrance of the academic procession?
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, distinguished guests, members of the official party, academic staff, graduates, good afternoon. Welcome to this College of Business, Law and Governance graduation ceremony. Would you please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem, which will be sung by Mrs. Ashley Bennett.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you. Please be seated. Chancellor, I invite Mr. Brenton Creed to deliver the Welcome to Country.
Ago Noble Nable, Ninda Dongari, Nyanyan Yarbinya, Milden Gurumblebara, and Yunbanin. Hello and welcome. I see people have arrived in my country, Townsville and Magnetic Island. On behalf of my Wulgurukaba traditional custodians, elders past, present and emerging, welcome here today to the JCU's College of Law, Business and Governance graduation ceremony. I'd like to thank JCU and the Chancellor for following cultural protocol and ensuring that our First Nations voices are heard and respected. I'd like to give a shout out to all our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that may be here in the crowd and all our elders past, present and emerging. Wow, good on yous. I'd like to, I think you deserve a round of applause. especially those that have helped you along the way, those unsung heroes, your parents, family, your nephews, nieces, cousins, whoever helped you on your way. A round of applause for them as well. Oh, as well as our esteemed client here, our professors here with JCU as well. So give it up for them, giving up their time to help you. I don't have anything further to say. I think eventually I will go to university to do one of these degrees, maybe in law, because I do like to debate. But that's something I can talk to the Chancellor about later. But thank you very much. I hope you all have a great graduation ceremony, and good luck in the rest of your lives. Thank you.
We are assembled here today to confer James Cook University Awards. May I take this opportunity to introduce members of the official party. My name is Tiana Graham. I am today's ceremony marshal and a proud JCU alumna. From my right, Associate Professor Jamie Fellows, Acting Dean of the College of Business Law and Governance. Professor Ian Atkinson, Acting Dean of Graduate Research. Ms. Tricia Brand, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Services and Resources. Today's mace bearer, Chazelle Bovink. Ms. Bovink is the Deputy University Secretary. Professor Nari Brown, the University's Chancellor. Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Simon Biggs. This afternoon's occasional speaker, Ms. Tracy Carr, Senior Lawyer with the Endeavour Group. Ms. Leanne Hunter, this afternoon's graduate speaker. Professor Marie Dinan-Thompson, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Education. Professor Jenny Seddon, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research. Professor Stephen Naylor, Chair of the University's Academic Board. Seated behind the official party are members of the University Council and staff. Chancellor, I invite you to address the Assembly.
Camarada Mijingal, Mitigar Kurumburuk, Yalabi Dialong Bora, Numbur Malada Nai Nura, Wolgarukaba, Garambilbara, Bindal Sulgari Waja, Ewan Mige, Naganbi Naigang Nai Brown. A warm welcome to you all. A friend is happy to see you. My name is Nai Brown. I'm a Yuin Nation woman from the south coast of New South Wales who's been blessed to make their second home in the far north of Queensland. I bring with me love and respect from the traditional custodians of this country, the Wolgarukaba peoples of Garambilbara, but also to their neighbours across the river, the Bindals of Fulgariwaja, where our place of learning, our campus sits. I extend that love and respect to each of you, to the award winners, the students and graduates, and their families, my Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander brothers and sisters, special guests, and to staff. I am honoured and I am humbled to be able to share in this ceremony. What an extraordinary occasion. For each of you and your peers, of course, a significant milestone marking the conclusion of one adventure and the beginning of another, and hopefully many more into the future. For your families, another proud moment in a journey that began the moment that you were gifted to them, but also for JCU. I see before me leaders and innovators, creatives, change makers, and role models. I see an extraordinary amount of talent, intellectual firepower, creativity, discovery, and potential. Knowledge is a portable and powerful tool, dynamic, evolving, sharp and dangerous. But in order to remain relevant and just as dynamic in every sphere of our lives, it is not just what we know, but what we are willing to learn. Stay curious, explore, discover, and apply what you've learned with imagination. Collaborate, conjure innovation beyond the boundaries of your disciplines. Blaze a new trail and draft your own set of rules. Seek out role models and be influenced, not TikTok models and social media influencers. At the risk of oversharing, I've always wanted to be a doctor ever since I was primary school aged, which is at least a century ago. and my role models have always been a little bit left of centre. But I still aspire to be a little like Hawkeye Pierce, a little bit Patch Adams, a little Roald Dahl, and a little bit Willy Wonka. Now, most of you are probably too young to understand those references, but for those who do get them, and particularly those that are sitting behind me, they'll be thinking, well, that actually makes a lot of sense. You don't have to settle for ordinary, for just enough, or for average. Michelangelo believed the greater danger for us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving the mark. Do great, grand, illustrious, magnificent, impossible things. Give yourself permission to play, to be a little ridiculous, to find your inner whimsy and share it. It is the secret to immortality. I applaud your hard work. I commend the networks that have supported your journeys with love and care. Those who were there for you with a smile, a shoulder, a frosty beverage, a home-cooked meal, or the motivation that you needed at critical times. Even the smallest of gestures can smooth the rockiest of paths. I trust that JCU has contributed to your growth, and from all of us, I would like to thank you for privileging our institution with your presence and your contributions. Welcome to the JCU family. I'm really very proud of you. Nanja Wanjing.
Chancellor, I call upon the Chair of Academic Board, Professor Stephen Naylor, to present the graduating students.
Will all graduands please stand? Chancellor, I certify to you and to the university that all graduands standing before you today have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the university, and I ask that they be admitted to their respective awards.
In the name of the University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit all candidates so approved and congratulate and warmly welcome you all as James Cook University graduates.
Will all graduates please be seated?
Chancellor, the awarding of Doctor of Philosophy degrees has a special place in our graduation ceremony. It is one of the highest qualifications which the university awards. This degree is awarded for the successful completion of a significant piece of independent research sustained in a scholarly character and one which makes an original contribution to the field. External examination is always involved. 2 candidates will be presented this afternoon, my apologies. Professor Ian Atkinson, Acting Dean of Graduate Research, will present the graduates and acknowledge their supervisors. And Professor Stephen Naylor, Chair of Academic Board, will read the thesis abstracts.
Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Carmen Loza. Dr. Loza's studies were undertaken in the discipline of agriculture, environmental and related studies under the supervision of Professor David Lowe, Professor Elizabeth Tynan and Dr. Dennis Tolkak.
Chancellor, Dr. Lazar investigated cross-sectorial communication as an example of non-technological innovation. Her study aims to improve environmental science communication to tourism workforce. The study highlights the importance of detailed knowledge of the audience and provides recommendations regarding the messages and the media to be used. Chancellor, I present Dr. Lazar.
Chancellor, as we proceed with the acknowledgement of our Doctor of Philosophy graduates, the following candidate deserves special mention. In acknowledgement of academic excellence, the university bestows an award upon graduates whose doctoral research theses passed cum laude. In honour of this exceptional achievement, The graduate will be presented with the Medal for Excellence of Doctoral Research Thesis, a mark of distinction within our academic community. Chancellor, I present a graduate so honoured, Ding Zhu. Dr. Ding Zhu's studies were undertaken in the discipline of tourism under the supervision of Associate Professor Laurie Murphy and Dr. Tingjun Chen.
Chancellor, Dingzhu explored the practice of scamming and tourists' decision-making in an encounter with scams. He identified critical features of scamming operations and unveiled tourists' vulnerabilities in ways of thinking. These findings can aid destination managers to design tourist protection programs and help tourists to enhance self-protection skills. Chancellor, I present Dr. Zhu.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of Doctor of Philosophy Awards.
Chancellor, I invite Associate Professor Jamie Fellows, Acting Dean of the College of Business, Law and Governance, to present the college graduates.
Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business, Montana Tamara McAvoy. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Rebecca Lynn Beer. Nicholas Robert Allen Cassidy. Mia Chatterverdi. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Futurist Marketing Tech Excellence Award, Manola Maria Chong. Tai Duck Chu. Hannah May Dela Cruz. Brooke Catherine Edmonds. Michaela Ashland Evans. Carson Ian Fagg. Melanie Ferris. Georgia Lee Jackson Fowler. Ethan Terrence Fox. Fabiana Grace Gadoon. Tupoa James Galigo. Simon James Hammond. Ethan Michael Hill. James Peter Honeycomb. Bianca Annalane Hood. Carly Louise Hunter. Roslyn Ipara. Mitchell Dare John Jones. Rebecca Margaret Kilmartin. Hampson Mokel Coy. Jenna Marie Cold. Naranjo Gavels Jonathan Gentile. Michaela Grace Partland. Bianca Renee Peace. Leota Jeanette Pino. Anne Peaver. The Ville Resort Casino Prize, Faith Sale. Shirley Turner. Skylar Jade Walton. Kathy Warden. Louise Catherine Warren. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business with Distinction. Bria Louise Barr. Renee Elsa Blackmore. Eliza Ann Licoridello. Australian Federation of Travel Agents Prize, Camille Laura Lindley. Naomi Rose Lizau. Frida Moore. PVW Partners Prize and the Futurist Marketing Tech Excellence Award, Monique Joan Mowat. CPA Australia Prizes, Prize C, James Lawrence Vaughan. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business and Environmental Science, Susanna Brooke Deashen. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Laws, Jessica Jean Bowers. Matthew Michael Gatehouse. Sophie Taylor Louise Grogan. Cootes Reddington Chartered Accountants Prize, Samantha Dodo Mann. Bridget May Toigo. Cootes Reddington Chartered Accountants Prize, Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Laws with distinction, Jasmine Susan Sherrington. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Laws Honours, Class 1, Cootes Reddington Chartered Accountants Prize, Holly Jessica Rhincastle. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business with Honours, Michelle Catherine Walsh-Glass. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Honours, Class 1, Militia Geraldine Lacia. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Alexander James Brenchley. Julian Luke Brescianini. Hayley Elise Casali. Morgan Lee Dre. James Stephen Fry. Kieran James Holmes. Sevi Rambi Kitan. Brody Kurt Kirkland. Daniel John Kratzman. Jared George William Langford. Amy Elizabeth Licradello. Olivia Jane Oakley. Alana June Woodfield. Sonia Xiong. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with distinction, Adrian Rees Byers. Hunter Samuel Finlay. James Cook University Law Student Society Prize, Bradley Sean McAllister. CPA Australia Prizes, Prize B, Jacob Michael Peck. CPA Australia Prizes, Prize A, Joshua Ethan Roy Russalam. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Corey Alexander Baines. Alana Hamilton Carbone. Oscar John Cole. Bethany Rose Dance. Adam Nicholas Fedor. Cassandra Ray Fisher. Jessica Lee Fuller. Caitlin Mary Ariel Heppel. Rachel Claire Hewitt. Sasha Trinity Shakira James. Caitlin Ann Keach. Nicole Kitan. Lorraine Claudia Com. Alana Jade Krause. Olivia Rose Lau. Mackay Solicitors Prize C, Jacoby Marie Moran. Carmody Michelle Pallister. Lottie Alice Parker. Amy Marie Poocher. Cassidy Stafford Wall. Stephanie Marie Wiedemann. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with distinction, Connolly Southers Prize, Amaya Marie Hitch. Chancellor, I present a graduate awarded to the degree of Certificate of Business Administration Global with distinction, Gillian Marie Johnston. Chancellor, I present a graduate awarded the degree of Graduate Certificate of Conflict Management and Resolution with distinction, Tina Marie Hoyer. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Kane Au. Richa Kukria. Zishan Ali Muhammad. Gopi Krishna Puragundla. Alanis Dakara Rapliza. William Varghese Sebastian. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration with distinction, Melody Grace. Abhishek Tamrakar. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Master of Conflict Management and Resolution, Rachel Blair. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration and Leadership, Judith Ann Talania. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration Global, Paul Abanis. Donna Elizabeth Laybourne. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Masters of Business Administration Global with distinction, Sali Anani. Natalie Jane Dunn. Shane Bruce McClements. Leanne Marie McDonald. Peter James Tame. Joseph Richard White. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Conflict Management and Resolution, Suzanne Miller Mustard. Vanessa J. Parler. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Conflict Management and Resolution with distinction, Rosalie Adams. Courtney Ann McCaw. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Governance and Leadership, Tiffany Skye Stubben. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Master of Business Administration with distinction, Jasmine Marie Hampton. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates from the College of Business, Law and Governance.
Chancellor, I call upon the Chair of Academic Board, Professor Stephen Naylor, to present recipients of a university medal.
Chancellor, as we proceed with the presentation of college graduates, the following students deserve special recognition. Each year, the University Council awards university medals to students who, in qualifying for their degree, have shown outstanding achievements in a combination of coursework studies and research at an undergraduate level. Chancellor, I present 3 students so honoured. Admitted to the degree Bachelor of Laws Honours Class 1, awarded the Marilyn Mayo Medal for the Bachelor of Laws with Honours, the Connolly Southers Prize, the North Queensland Bar Association Prize, and the Thomas Roysters Prize B, Leanne Hunter. Admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Laws, Honours Class 1, Riley Mark Rupp. And admitted to the degree Bachelor of Commerce, Honours Class 1, awarded the CP Harris Medal and the Port of Townsville Limited Prize in Commerce and Economics, International Trade, Mara Emmerling. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation for university medals.
Chancellor, I have great pleasure now in introducing this afternoon's occasional speaker, Ms. Tracy Carr. Tracy is a law firm partner and senior in-house lawyer based in Sydney, specialising in commercial property law. Prior to making partner and moving in-house, Tracy spent many years working in Australia's largest top-tier international law firms in Sydney and Melbourne, in the country's most highly ranked market-leading real estate teams, including King & Wood Mallesons and Ashurst Australia. Over those years, Tracy enjoyed advising some of the largest property groups in corporations in Australia and internationally, including Stockland, Telstra, Woolworths, Westpac, Revlon, AMP Capital and Glencore, where she handled transactions valued up to $2 billion. Tracy is a proud JCU alumna, having graduated with a Bachelor of Laws and a Bachelor of Business in 2013. She was raised in far north Queensland and attended Warrie State Primary School and St Mary's Catholic College in Cairns. Tracy was also the winner of our JCU Outstanding Alumni Award for the College of Business Law and Governance in 2018 in the early career category, where she was recognised for rising to the very top of the legal field within a few short years of sitting exactly where you graduates are today. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to invite Ms. Tracy Carr to deliver the occasional address.
Thank you, Tiana, for your very warm introduction to the stage. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, Deputy Chancellor, members of Council, members of staff, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and graduates. It is my great honour to have been asked by James Cook University to return to this stage to speak with you at this year's graduation ceremony. As a very proud North Queenslander who grew up surrounded by First Nations culture, right at the gateway to the Torres Strait, I would love to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of our lands on which we celebrate your achievements today. These are the Bindal and the Walguru-Kaba people, and I pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Graduates, I cheer especially loud today, given the occasion, of course, for those who are emerging. And I congratulate all of our First Nations graduates who are here in the room today. And I congratulate all of those who raised them and who supported them. Now, to each and every graduate, I cannot highlight enough how proud I am of each one of you who can finally celebrate reaching the end of your university studies at JCU. It was only back in 2013 that I was in your seat. And I want to acknowledge and recognise the inevitable blood, sweat and tears that you have no doubt poured out over the last few years while you have studied here and socialised here at JCU, perhaps while you've nervously been awaiting grades here, typed notes here, typed a number of essays here, and hopefully, and most importantly, you've made lifelong friends along the way. Congratulations on your achievements, and I hope you are excited for the path ahead of you as you light the rocket and kickstart your chosen careers. Graduates, I am a live example that you can take your career wherever you want to go. When I was a junior lawyer, and for many years after that, in fact, I was guilty from time to time, I admit, of self-limiting. At the beginning of my career, I worked for 5 or 6 years in Cairns and then Brisbane, and gained a very deep expertise in Queensland property law matters. For any of you who may not know, being a property lawyer is actually very jurisdictionally specific in Australia. And so the job can be quite different in any other states and territories, and even more different overseas. And for that reason, for a very long time in fact, I was convinced that I could not actually cross a border, or if I did, I'd have to relearn everything and start from the very beginning again. As it turned out, I was really wrong. Graduates, you'll need to work hard and you'll need to stand out. But when I was approached to move to Sydney to start working for the largest law firm in Australia, King & Wood Mallisons, I was trained to work on property matters there all over the country. The firm paid for my relocation from Brisbane to Sydney, and at that time they added $40,000 to my salary. The days there were long, with many late night finishes, but I do believe that the right time to have done this was in my 20s, when I had somewhat limitless amounts of energy and far more than I do now. Graduates, not only did this set me apart from my peers, but it certainly set me up for career success. As I went on to become a partner in Sydney just a few years later at the age of 34, while working for the most amazing employer I've ever had. Graduates, I'd love to offer you some bite-sized pieces of wisdom that I believe have truly helped me the most when I reflect back on the last 12 years of my professional career. First of all, can I encourage you to swim well outside of the flags? Get outside of your comfort zone, that is, and indeed, if you can, learn to embrace your discomfort. Do the things that you would do if you weren't scared, as much as you can, including practicing and keeping up your public speaking skills, as I am now. In my experience, graduates, extracurriculars count just as much as your grades do. And you'll love the feeling, I think, of doing good things too. So I urge you to swim well outside of the flags. I often come across people who might encourage others to say yes to opportunities that may come along. I agree with this, but I also don't think it's enough. Make sure you say, hell yes, and what else can I help you with? Put your hand up and make sure people get to know you. Get obsessed with networking. both online and in person. Please feel free to reach out and connect with me on social media so that we can follow each other's journeys along and support each other. If you have your phone with you, you can search Tracy Carr on LinkedIn, or I'm also on Instagram as the Glass Half Full Lawyer, which is all words separated by full stops. That's at the Glass Half Full Lawyer with full stops in the middle. So the message is to remember to say, hell yes, and what else can I help you with? Thirdly, and graduates, I was only speaking with my beautiful fiancé this morning and I see him shaking his head at my sheer stubbornness here. But please don't take no for an answer, or silence for that matter. In my first ever legal job, the law firm principal was taking a while to get back to me about whether I could lock in some work experience at his firm. What I decided the best course of action was literally rocking up to the firm in person, going through the front doors and asking him when I could get started. Having put him on the spot, obviously, the following week was the answer that I got. This principal of the law firm helped me obtain my graduate position, and I still keep in touch with him today. So don't take no or silence for an answer. And finally, be brave. When I first started my work experience in Cairns, there were only 5 of us working in that office. A few years later, when I first started in Sydney, there were 700 people in that office. So dream big and go wherever you want to go. I've actually cold called law firm partners before, completely out of the blue, and expressed my interest in working for them. What do you have to lose? They may or may not have something for you at that time, but what I can guarantee you is they will not forget you. You have to be brave. I'd like to wrap up this address with a final story. In Cairns, I was extremely fortunate to be recognised as an emerging leader by the Cairns Chamber of Commerce. And I joined a cohort of other high-achieving young professionals in a professional development course where we were each to be assigned mentors as part of the program. Given the nature in itself of the Chamber of Commerce, I assume this would be someone in the business community in Cairns who were members of the chamber who could perhaps become my mentor. So I asked them, will it be someone in the business community or for law students or lawyers such as ourselves? Can it be anyone like Justice Henry? And of course, in referring to Justice Henry, I was offering a completely wild example. The first wild example that popped into my head. Graduates, my mentor for that program ended up being the Honourable Justice James Henry of the Supreme Court of Queensland. I could not have ended up with a more amazing mentor. And Justice Henry most kindly went on to nominate me for the outstanding alumni that I received from James Cook University in 2018 on this very stage. Graduates, hold your heads up high for your achievements today. I'm so, so proud of you. Make sure you cheer each other on. I'm still very good friends with so many classmates who I met at James Cook University. Thank everyone you work with, and thank your loved ones. You have come so incredibly far already, but what I can't wait to see is what you all do next. Thank you.
Chancellor, I now have the pleasure of inviting Ms. Leanne Hunter to deliver the graduate address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, occasional speaker Ms. Tracy Carr, members of the official party, distinguished guests, members of staff, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow graduates. It is an honour to be standing before you giving the graduate address today. On behalf of the graduating class and university, I would like to begin by expressing our sincere appreciation and gratitude to our occasional speaker, Ms. Tracy Carr, for taking time to come to Townsville and deliver your speech at our graduation. As one of our own alumna, I'm sure your speech will leave a lasting impression with this audience, as you are an inspiration for where a degree from James Cook University can take you. Your speech was insightful and has provided us with valuable words of wisdom as we start our own professional journeys. Please join me in a round of applause for our occasional speaker, Ms. Tracy Carr. To all the academics and JCU staff, on behalf of the graduates, I would like to express our gratitude to you. When I looked around for where to undertake my law degree, I researched universities across Australia. I chose JCU because I knew that with the low student-to-lecture ratio and wonderful support staff, that I would not just be a face in the crowd. If I had questions, and goodness knows, Jamie, I asked quite a few, I knew that I could ask them and receive answers from world-class lecturers, and JCU has delivered. So thank you to the academics and other staff from all of the graduates for the hard work and dedication that you have shown, helping us to achieve our goals. To our families, partners and friends who are here today or joining us online, we thank you for all your wise words and encouragement during the hard times, your tolerance of our grumpy demeanours in the lead up to exams, and in particular the acceptance of us not attending important social or family events due to the panic statement of, I have an assignment due tomorrow. So throughout our time at university, you have been our biggest supporters, both as sounding boards for when the times were challenging and as grounding influences when suddenly we told you we knew it all. None of us could have made it this far without your encouragement, your unwavering support and your love. And we are so happy that today we can celebrate this achievement with you. So graduates, would you please stand and turn to the audience to show our appreciation of our loved ones. Thank you, graduates. And finally, I address my fellow graduates. Congratulations to each and every one of you on what you have achieved. We all really need to take a moment today to reflect back on how little we knew when we first started this journey and acknowledge how much we have learnt academically and how much we have grown as people. We should have pride in ourselves that we are here celebrating our success today. The award of any degree is just the start of our lifelong learning journey. I can vouch for never being too old to learn some new tricks. The friendships that we have made during our time at JCU will form the basis of our networks. I urge you all to continue to build your connections, particularly by taking advantage of opportunities such as joining professional associations, as these will be vital to your future successes. Congratulations to the graduating class, and I wish you all the best of luck with your future careers.
Chancellor, I now invite Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Simon Biggs, to deliver the closing address.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my university colleagues, and of course, most importantly, our graduates. It is my privilege to deliver the closing words at your graduation ceremony. Please be reassured, I do realise I am the last person between you and celebrations with your family and friends. I will be brief. Firstly, let me convey my very best congratulations to you all, our graduates, as you now join the ranks of our many distinguished alumni here at JCU. Throughout your time at our university, you have all been important members of a very diverse community, encompassing a multitude of students with very different experiences and perspectives from across Australia and indeed around the world. This cultural diversity isn't just something we acknowledge, it's something we celebrate as a vital part of our university's ethos. In your interactions with peers from various backgrounds, you've been afforded the opportunity to broaden your horizons, challenge your assumptions, and gain a deeper understanding of those around you and indeed our wider world. As you continue your life journey, I encourage you to carry these experiences with you and recognize the value of diverse views and opinions. Engage with others at every opportunity with an open mind, with empathy and with compassion. Welcome the uniqueness of individuals you encounter and respect their varied perspectives and opinions. This will undoubtedly enrich your growth, both personally and professionally, advancing your own development as well as helping progress in our communities. Whilst we celebrate the diversity of our community here at JCU, we must also recognise the ongoing realities of inequality and injustice in our society. Many members of our local communities here in the north face considerable hurdles if they are to pursue their dreams of an education. I was recently privileged to travel to the west of our state to explore some of the towns and communities that our university was set up to educate. Equality of access to high quality education and healthcare remains something that we are yet to solve in our country. As part of our community, and now as you join our alumni, always remember that each of us can be a champion for positive change. Always stand up for what is fair and just. Do what is right and help us to ensure that every individual can eventually be given an equal opportunity to succeed. As you embark on your exciting journey, know that you carry with you that spirit of social justice, fairness and equity that is deeply ingrained in our university. So approach the future with optimism and determination, knowing that you can be a part of creating a more inclusive, compassionate and equitable future for all. Graduates, you are influencers of change and you can help progress. You can inspire hope, cultivate empathy, and foster a sense of belonging for all. So embrace the future with open hearts, open minds, and optimism, and help us build a world unified by its diversity, not one divided by its differences. Your futures are brimming with endless possibilities, and we look forward to seeing the incredible things you are going to achieve. So on behalf of the entire university community, I extend to you my sincerest congratulations and best wishes for your future. May your future endeavors be filled with success and fulfillment. Graduates, goodbye and good luck, and remember that you will always have a home here at JCU. So until we meet again, go out there and make us all proud. Congratulations.
Chancellor, the successful staging of this ceremony is the culminative effort of many university staff. I'd like to thank our university graduations and events officers for the coordination of this ceremony. This graduation ceremony has now concluded. Will the Assembly please stand as the Chancellor leads the academic procession from the auditorium?